Boom!
Hello, my name is Phalafel, and this is part 3 of my Lynel cosplay tutorial, where I'll be showing you how to build a large prop like the Savage Lynel sword. This is going to be a pretty straightforward tutorial. A lot of the same techniques I'm using here have been used in part 1 and part 2 of this series, so check those out before you watch this. Let's hop right into it. Alright, let's look at another pattern. The sword is approximately 5/8 of the Lynel's height with the base width of about a foot, so based off of my own height, I'm 5'4". I taped a bunch of paper together in the general shape of the sword and free-handed the pattern based off of the couple measurements I took. I use about 2 to 3 different colored markers just to adjust the proportions along the way. You can also find a really clean reference picture online and scale and print that out, but I find this to be a little bit more fun. And I cut it out. Cut it out. Wow. Why are you out of frame? And you're good to go. Once you are happy with the pattern, then transfer it onto foam. I'm using 1/2 inch EVA foam from Cosplay Supplies. Then cut it out using a 45-degree angle cut to bevel the edges for the blade. If you're doing this, mirror your pattern so that the bevels match when you put the 2 pieces together. Once you have your 2 pieces cut out, go ahead and trace out where you want the wooden bevel to sit on the inside of these 2 pieces. And then cut again at a 45-degree angle towards the center, about halfway through, to make a canal for the dowel. And then apply contact cement to the edges of both sides and the wood. And you got yourself a great base for your sword. But be careful, if you cut too deep, you could tear the foam like I did. With my Dremel, I sanded the bevel edges so that they're even more pronounced like an actual sharpened blade. You should definitely use gloves. Don't be like me. I'm trash, I'm garbage, basura, like don't do it. I also freehanded the hilt and handle blade onto foam, sanded those as well. Oh, here's a closer look at how I did the 45-degree angle canal cut for the wooden dowel to fit in. Alright, let's get into the wardrobe, but first, look at this creepy-ish. Why is my camera moving by itself? Okay, using a jumbo sheet of black Warbler from Cosplay Supplies, I covered the sword and heated up with a heat gun, molding and bending it to the sword's shape. Black Warbler is great because it makes the prop more sturdy and easier to paint. This process takes forever. This is the longest part of the entire build. Oh my god. You're trimming off the excess pieces and trying to really fit and mold and shape. Like, look how weary I am. Look how weary she is. She's leaning on her elbow. She's leaning. Flip it over, cover the other side, repeat the process. It takes so long. She's leaning back. Oh my god. Her hand is on her hip. She is weary. For paint, I used metallic silver from Apple Barrel with streaks of black and pearl white paint mixed in, and then using a sponge applicator, just brushed in strokes to create a gradient effect for metal. Plain gold for the accent pieces. So Savage Lynel's sword has a chain. I cannot tell you for the life of me why, but I sketched 2 hexagonal shapes, one large and small, into foam, cut them out at 45-degree angles, trimmed the edges with scissors for a more organic look, and it's a chain link. And I did about 5 of these in total. Here it is connected. I just cut a slit into one end, linked them all together, and then glued the slit back together. I had footage of this process, but it got corrupted and...
Go stupid! Ah! Go crazy! Go stupid!
After priming it with glue, I painted the chain silver and glued it to the sword with contact cement. And finally, I cut some faux leather strips and wrapped the handle. And now you have a ginormous sword that is way bigger than necessary, and yeah, a little heavy, not gonna lie. Thank you so much for watching this third part of the Lynel cosplay tutorial. You can find me on Instagram at Phalafel Cosplays, Twitter at Phalafel Cosplay because they won't let me have the S, and Facebook Phalafel Cosplays. Big thanks to Cosplay Supplies for providing all of the foam and warble used in the video. Look out for part 4, it's coming soon. It is the final part of the series. It's been a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope you look forward to it. Okay, bye!